Welcome to this unboxing. This is the game Inventions, Evolution of Ideas. It's another Vital Lacerda game. Let's get started. Have a look at the sides. First of all, the top side, and we'll go around. We can see there that side, the bottom side, and the other side. So all very plain. I love the artwork here. Very sort of old school. We can see there a light bulb in shape with a whole lot of different ideas. Could even see that as maybe a big hot air balloon as well. Let's have a look at the back to have a look at it. And we can see there how the game looks when it's laid out on your game table. Bit of a blurb there. You can pause that and read that at your leisure. And also the game components, which is what this unboxing is going to be all about. Down the bottom there, we can see it's a game for 1 to 4 players, about 60 to 150 minutes. I'm going to say probably 3 hours minimum if it's your first go anyway. And if you're playing with 4 players, probably more like 4 to 5 hours, especially if you've got people in your group which have a bit of analysis paralysis or AP. So let's carefully take this plastic off. As usual, I'll just slip my knife down the side there. I'm going to do it down this side as well, just for a bit of ease for myself so I don't cut into any of the cardboard. And the cardboard does have finger slots top and bottom. I can see that already. Let's take that one off and then finally down that side. And it should all come away if I've done it relatively well, and I have. So I'll throw that over there, put my trusty knife down that side. Let's flip it over. Let's have a look at what is in the box with this unboxing of the game Inventions by Vital Lacerda. Flip it over. It's a plain white interior. We have the game rules, a very nice solid production there. As usual, it has been stapled. It is 28 pages long. You can see there on the back a nice bit of information there for you. New box smell. I know you can't smell that, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So they're the components that we see there, some of the credits, the setup. You can see there the different ages, the Stone Age, the core of the game, which is written there. Key concepts. Isn't written too bad, I can tell by the layout, is what I mean. I can read it without my glasses on, and I do need glasses these days, and it's got a nice amount of white space, good use of pictures that are there as well. Lots of examples that you can see. Beautiful concept art that is in there also, which is nice to see as well. You can see there talking about diplomats, the era changes, the end of the game, 2-player rules, and a glimpse of time that we see there. And obviously there we can see a bit more of a discussion on some of the specific cards which are in the game. And as we saw at the beginning, a bit of a player aid on the back. Let's put that over to that side. Bit of a $5 off Eagle Griffin Games promo on the Age of Steam, Deluxe and Expansion. We've got a few different ones there. On Mars Aliens, Federation, Bot, I'm the Boss. What else do we have here? Crunch Time, Tanis, Samarkand Bazaar, and the Saxon Legacy Collection. So quite a few games that you can see there. Interesting, that one's players 1 to 7. I'm always interested in getting some games which can accommodate more than just the usual 4, like this one can. So we've got the Inventions. We have the player aid. So it looks like each player gets a player aid here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got solo rules. Just check they are player aids. Yep, so 4 player aids, solo rules there. We have here some cheat sheets, more player aids, I think there, and they look identical. So I'll bring them both up. I'll turn that one over. You can see them side by side. Again, you can pause that. So they're nice thick card. The player aids are nice booklets, and being a Vital Lacerda game, you'd expect it to be a little bit more hefty, and certainly this player aid is not just a simple card that you get, But it is well laid out, and I dare say once you've got the hang of the game, this will be very, very useful indeed. They all look like they're going to be the same, so I won't go through each of those individually. Inventions, the solo rule, so a bit of an automata, which is good. Also, we've got the game set up there. Chronos actions, there we go, and the solo scoring at the back there. We have our first set of punch boards, which are here. I'll turn them over. Nice contrast there between dark and light. We've got an insert guide, so we can see there how we can put all this back in the box, is what I'm thinking there. That's single-sided there. Put that at the top. Let's go to our next punch board, quite a big one this time. You can see quite a few things on that, so I'll just bring that up relatively slowly so you don't have to stress too much about it going too quickly on your screen. Turn that over again. Nice use of colors, very muted colors, but very effective, I think. Let's turn this one around. So there's some more punch board tokens that we see here. I do like this. I like the games that go through the ages of human civilization. This one in particular isn't about conquest, it's just about the inventions. So I like that as the theme as well. And I've seen a few YouTube playthroughs of this game, and it does look very, very good. So that card is a good weight. This is the board. It is also a very good hefty weight as I am unfolding it. And I'm going to have to do this way, being very careful. I've been loaned this copy by a friend. Very interesting the way they get these really big boards all folded up. It's an art in itself. I have admiration for the people who do that. So there we can see the game as I slide it up there. And I'll just do this half as well so you can see this half also of the game board, and I'll just slide that up so you can see all of that. On the back we have a very nice motif again as I carefully flip this over. I'm sure it won't break, but as usual you don't want to be throwing these around, especially given that it is simply paper and card that's holding it together. So you can see there the signatures of the two people who are key in their responsibility for making this happen, and some just very nice artwork. Again, more conceptual on the back as I show you that there. So let's see if I can get this folded right to put it together. Over and over it goes. Which way is that going to have to go? That way. That's going to have to go some way. Work that out there and then there. So that is the game board. Nice quality. Bit of packing, which is also nice. Let's have a look at this game box here. So we've got, I thought it was all in one. We've just got this lid to keep it more or less intact. I do have thumb holes down the side, but it's not that easy just at the moment to get it out. Again, I'm trying to be very careful with this as well. It seems to be stuck down that long side. There we go. Now we have it off. So that is the protection on the top as that gets thrown over that way. So you can see it all. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nice, looks like individual player trays, I dare say, for each player, but they have different components in them at the moment. Let's go through these one at a time, just quickly. So this one, we've got the blue player components there, and they've been screen printed very nicely. They look like people, so the artisans, etc., that will be responsible for creating and helping you make those inventions, getting them from just an idea through to the final stage. Some more cubes in different player colors. These are links, and I've heard that this game is a lot about chaining. I know there are definitely people out there who love those sorts of games. about making chains of actions and linking them. There's the purple set of components. We've got some brown here, so that might be the automata for the single player. We've got the yellow player components here. They look nice. With that wreath, I dare say that some of these are going to be victory components and some time markers there as well. So victory scoring is what I mean by victory components. Flipping this one, all the orange components in that box, and relatively good plastic bags and plastic containers to put your components in there. And of course it does have that plastic top that goes over the top as well. Let's take, these are the player boards. They're huge player boards. We can see there, that is the purple player's color board, and a nice bit of artwork on the back as well, so it's not just boring. Can see that. Let's look at the blue, and indeed they look like they're all the same, so we don't have asymmetry at all. There's the blue one, just looking at the backs. Yes, they are the same. So they're double layered, so things won't slide away. And again, I really love that in modern board gaming. The orange and finally the yellow player board that is there. Put that over to that side. Now we have this board here, which looks like some tracker. It's up that way. And I haven't memorized the whole game. I dare say cards go here as they come down from left to right, and some other things happening up here with the game board. Take that one away, and we have a lot more components here. We've got some nice hex containers. Now they almost look like they are in each of the players' colors, but they're not quite. I think these represent different types of artisans or people that you can get, or different types of ideas. So that's what they represent. And we've obviously got the hexes. If I go back here to our punch boards, we've got the different colored hexes there. So they will be going in those trays, obviously. And there's the back side as well. Put those up there. We now have these cubes, not cubes, these items here. Almost looks like stock market going up in price. So that would probably go with that color. I dare say, well, we don't have more for the other colors. Interesting. I was almost going to go down that route. Here we see some more markers for each of the players, and a few spare as well for different aspects of the game. We have two sets of these tokens. We have the large ones and the small ones. One in each player color in the large, and two of each in the smaller ones. And then finally we have these little player items here as well. So they have to be retake a turn, and some sort of medal that you can see there in that one. Not too many cards. That's it as far as the plastic inserts go. But here are the cards, and I will go through these cards last of all. So let's just make a nick down there so we can open up that pack. And we'll run through these cards to finish off this unboxing so we can see everything that's in the box. These last few are double-sided. Let's just turn these over to see where the double-sidedness begins and ends. So going through those, bit of orange ones that are there. I'm going to separate those there. Put those down, and we'll go through these because these are definitely double-sided. Again, remembering we had the blue, white, and brown cards. So let's go through these. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on those cards so you can see them a bit more clearly. So we have fermentation there, which needs control of fire. We've got silk, which needs cotton. Domestication horse, which requires transport. Proto city, mining. Tanned leather, stone and bone tools. Seawall, stone and bone tools again. Nice pictures. The wheel, transportation. Irrigation, agriculture. Plumbing, copper smelting. Picked two up accidentally there. We have coins here. And lighthouse for sailing. Writing, origin of language. Musical notation for origin of language again. Steel, iron. Glass, control of fire. Mariner's compass, mathematics. Caravel, sailing. Never heard of caravel. It must be a type of ship. Catapult for crane. Printing press, paper. Windmill, crane. Good artwork. Eyeglasses, mathematics. Steamboat, iron. Aircraft, internal combustion. Automobile, internal combustion again. Locomotive, internal combustion. Penicillin, vaccination. Television requires the telegraph. Telephone requires telegraph. Dynamite requires Greek fire. Light bulb, electricity. High density battery, electricity. Microscope, vaccination. Calculator, mathematics. Solar sail requires solar cell. Satellite also requires solar cell. Internet requires computer. Machine learning requires computer. Quantum computing requires artificial intelligence. And reusable rocket also requiring artificial intelligence. So those are those cards there. Let's go to these cards, and we have, let's see where these blue take another action, I assume, cards are. So looking at these, so we've got victory points obviously down the bottom, a few different ideas. So they look like targets that you have to acquire. They are numbered in the middle, 13, sorry, show that again, this time more centered. They're numbered in the middle. You can see there 13, 14 on those two, 15, 16, and they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So they are all different. I don't know what they refer to exactly. It might be the different, I think it's played over 4 rounds, so each round you might have to do those numbered inventions. Again, I'm just guessing. If you do know the answer, please write in the comments. Let's go for these, which have what looks like some sort of flag on the back. I'll call it a flag. 10 victory points for each of these, done in a certain amount of time by the looks of it. The next few have light bulbs on the back of them. You can see there the light bulb. Going through these, more scoring opportunities. Again, different numbers, depending on who gets them first, I would imagine. We have a worker there, an orange worker. Let's have a look at these cards. So again, I'm not too sure whether these are for the multiplayer. I'm suspecting this might be for the automata, the single player version at the moment, as may these cards well be. Let's flip that one over. We have these all have 1 next to the time hourglass on them. So we have trade. We've seen that symbol before on some of the markers. We have trade there. Star map, boats, flute, domestication dog, cloth, ceramics and pottery, bread, and projectile. So those are all the cards we get with the game. Let's put this back on the top. This is the game Inventions. I'll zoom out in a moment as that goes back on the top. And there we have it. That is what you get. That is the unboxing. Thank you for joining me of Inventions, Evolution of Ideas, a game by Vital Lacerda and Ian O'Toole. A lot of stuff in there. It is a very heavy game. As always, please spread the good word. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Also, I really appreciate any subscription. That just helps me, obviously, grow the channel, which I like to do. I love my board games, as you do, obviously, if you made it this far into this unboxing. So thank you very much for joining me. As always, enjoy your games. My name is LeMonde, signing off.